right, testing 1 2 1 2. All right, everybody. Sorry. Hello, everybody. How we doing tonight? Thank you so much. Welcome to the Big Boot Sports Podcast. As always, I am your lovely host, Lando the Sports Mando. Got a great show for y'all tonight. Got a lot of topics to get into, but first, y'all, football is back, baby. Let's go. Tonight was the NFL. Tonight, the NFL's first preseason game, the Hall of Fame game, which is to commemorate the Hall of Fame inductees that will be enshrined into the Canton Football Hall of Fame, or excuse me, to the NFL Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio, to be enshrined forever in football mortality. And it's a true honor, a really true honor. Right now, so the Jets and the Browns are playing the Hall of Fame game right now. Right now, the Jets are up 16-7, but not really too much going on. But hey, it's so exciting to see football back again. I know a lot of people are doing fantasy football drafts, or their fantasy football drafts are coming up very soon. I will be participating in 3 this year myself. And I might help a couple people who are doing drafts of their own, just to give them some sound advice of what players to get. But all 3 of the NFL drafts we'll do this year, y'all. They will be broadcasted live on my YouTube channel, Big Boot Sports Podcast. I really hope everybody can attend and watch. Should be very entertaining. As always, I expect people to leave some great comments, some not so great comments, making fun of us to say, why you got this guy? Why you draft this guy, you moron? Like, what's going on? I can't wait. I'm very excited. This is a very exciting time of the year. But first thing I want to get into, y'all, before we get into football, I do want to recap the UFC fight card that was this past Saturday. Or last Saturday. It was UFC 291. Really great card. Has some great fights. Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje were the main event. That was that fight. How that fight ended was nobody was expecting it. Everybody thought Dustin Poirier had it in the bag. But however, Justin came in with a really great game plan, and he ended the fight in the second round with a beautiful leg kick to the neck area, which immobilized Dustin to the ground, and he won by TKO. Took everybody by surprise because, all of us Louisianans, we wanted Dustin to win. He's from Lafayette. But it's still a very exciting fight. Really great, a really exciting weekend it was. And then the co-main event was Alex Pereira versus John Blachowicz, who Alex Pereira advanced to light heavyweight. He went up to the next division to see if he can have another chance at a title fight. He was the champion in the division before that, which was middleweight or whichever one is below that. But he defended his title against Adesanya, but the second time they fought, Adesanya won, and he lost his title belt. So he wanted to move up to the next division to try to get back on track and make a name for himself. Which he That fight wound up going on 3 rounds between John and Alex Pereira. I was pulling for Alex Pereira in that fight particularly because I like the kind of fighter he is. I like how aggressive he is. He wasn't necessarily aggressive against John. I mean, John was kind of all over him bringing him to the ground and stuff. But Alex Pereira had a couple times during the fight. It was a little worrisome that he was going to get choked out in the first round, and then the fight would be over immediately. But he was able to fend off John, and in the second and third round. The third round was really close, but I give it to Pereira because I truly believe that in the third round, Pereira had more significant strikes than John Blachowicz did. But the fight wound up going all 3 rounds, and it came down to split decision. Alex Pereira won 2 out of 3 rounds. It was still a really good fight. I enjoyed every bit of it. I loved it. And I really hope all UFC or MMA fans had enjoyed the UFC 291 this past weekend. Let me know down in the comments what y'all thought about UFC 291, y'all. Just any fights that you really enjoyed. Was there anything impressive or something that you wish you saw? Anything like that? I want to hear your take. I want to hear your personal opinion. And let's see. And then below that, it was probably the fight of the night in my opinion. Like that was just amazing. And he's oh man, I can't. There's so many words I want to say to describe Derrick Lewis. Derrick Lewis is just he's so incredible, man. Derrick Lewis, y'all, he's a fighter out of New Orleans, Louisiana. He has the most he has the most knockouts in UFC history with 14. He got his 14th this past Saturday. He was fighting a dude from Brazil. I can't remember his first name, but I know his last name was Rodrigo Demero. And he was the Brazilian guy. He was favored to win, and he was favored. Yeah, the guy from Brazil was favored to win. And as soon as the fight was ready to go, as soon as the official called it, Derrick Lewis just came up with a flying knee right to the skull, bro. That was incredible. Like he just went for it right off the gate. It connected, and Derrick Lewis knocked it to the ground and just started throwing haymakers. And eventually, the official called the fight, or the referee called the fight, and then the fight wound up ending in 33 seconds. And everybody was just blown away. Like, it was like, damn, this fight went so quick. Oh, geez, man. And then when Derrick Lewis won, he did his signature pose, and he took his shorts off. He had some underwear on underneath, but he took off his shorts, and he basically just did like, like, you know, I was like, hey man, he won the fight in 30 seconds. I think he has some bit of obligation to do that. You know, it was cool. It was funny. I loved it, man. And then everybody, I was watching it with my friend Peyton. We went and ate at Buffalo Wild Wings in Gonzales. Peyton, shout out to you, buddy. Thank you so much for the invite. I always enjoy your time and company. We watched all the fights there, and it was a blast. There were so many people there, and then let's say when Derrick Lewis won, everybody just went nuts. It was bonkers. And let's see, what was the fight? What was the fight before that? Oh, Tony Ferguson against oh God, it was someone. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up in a second, guys. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Yeah, Bobby Green. Tony Ferguson versus Bobby Green. Tony was trying to end his 5-fight losing streak. This is probably going to be his last fight of his career. He is kind of up there in age. So even if he would have won or lost, I truly believe like this is his last fight in his career. But unfortunately, Tony lost in the third round against Bobby by way of submission choked, almost choked, so he had to tap out. Honestly, Bobby Green had him the whole fight. I mean, Tony stood no chance. I mean, Tony was barely landing anything. He couldn't take Bobby Green down at all. Bobby had tremendous defense the whole time, and then Bobby Green just landed like more significant strikes than Tony did. I mean, it wasn't even close. Bobby was just too quick for Tony, in my opinion. And let's see. And then the first fight was let's see, Jake Matthews. Yeah, I got some prelims, and then the major prelims were and then the first prelim, Michael Chiesa versus Kevin Holland. Kevin, when that fight first started, it was pretty even between the both of them, and then Kevin Holland was able to get Michael Chiesa on the ground, and it went over from there. Like he was able to turn the situation to like Kevin Holland was able to get on Michael's back and like just do the chokehold, like trying to choke him out, and then basically put him on the ground. He fell over, and then Michael Chiesa had to tap out. That fight only lasted the first round. A couple of the prelim fights went pretty quick. I mean, that was very impressive by Kevin. The way he was able to maneuver while on the ground and able to get in position for the submission, that was incredible. It was many really great performances that night, y'all. That was probably one of the best fight cards I've seen in a while, and hopefully we'll have some more good ones to come. I did see that in August. It's either August 18th or 19th, I want to say. 18th, August 18th. Sean O'Malley will fight against, let's see. Yeah, Aljamain Sterling in 292. So 292. Oh, let's see. Hold up, y'all. So sorry. UFC. Yeah, so Aljamain Sterling versus O'Malley. That's Saturday, August 19th. Got a good fight card there. Aljamain we got two title fights for that one. And then we got a women's title bout. Zhang Weili versus Amanda Lemos for that's for the women's strawweight title bout. Then we got Marlon Vera versus Pedro Munhoz, Jeff Neal versus Ian Machado Gary, Cody Garbrandt versus Mario Bautista, Chris Weidman versus Brad Tavares, Andre Petroski versus Gerald Mershart, and Andrea Lee versus Natalia Silva, Gregory Rodriguez versus Dennis Tuilulin, and then the very first fight will be Karine Silva versus Marna Moraz. Yeah, so I mean, you got two good title fights. I've seen Aljamain Sterling and Sean O'Malley fight a couple times. They're both really good technical fighters. But me personally, I think Aljamain Sterling has it. I think he's a more better built fighter. Like he's super quick, super aggressive. I think he'll be too quick. I think he'll be too fast for Sean O'Malley. But hey, we'll see. That's just my personal opinion. And then Zhang Weili versus Amanda Lemos. I haven't seen these women fight before, but they haven't posted the odds for them yet, right? They just have the odds for the championship fight or for the bantamweight title bout. So we should have more information about that in next week or the week after. Yeah, it's not a bad card though. I hope it's probably not going to be as good as 291, but we shall see. Yeah. But guys, if you're just tuning in tonight, as always, thank you so much for tuning into the Big Boot Sports Podcast. I appreciate it as always. And I do want to say I do apologize for not being able to post or to do a show on Tuesday. Our kickball game started like super, super late, and our game wasn't over till a little after 9:30. And by the time I got home, it was a little after 10 o'clock, and I didn't want to keep anybody up that late. But it will not happen again. I promise. I will make sure it does not. And I haven't been able to get guests on in a little minute. Everybody's really busy right now. I mean, we're still in the depth of summertime. School's about to start back up again soon, so everybody's just trying to get their lives together right now. So, it is what it is. I do appreciate it that anybody that can that comes on the show. I mean, it's a lot of time and responsibility. And I do appreciate it nonetheless, and I do appreciate people that watch, or if you watch the after show or watch it after the live broadcast, I appreciate it nonetheless. It really means a lot to me. And before I get into the next subject, I do want to give a shout out to my man, Prentice Stanley. Wanted to say congratulations, brother. Him and his wife Haley are expecting their first child very soon, or they are expecting their first child. Not sure when she's due yet. Just got the news today, but I wanted to give a shout out to my good friend Prentice. Oh, Prentice, I love the guy. He's such a tremendous guy. He's a really, really good friend of mine, and I'm very, very thankful to have him in my life. And I hope wish nothing but the best for him and his wife. Hope y'all have a wonderful, growing, loving family, man. Love you, buddy. So let's see. So next, guys, we're gonna get into some football. We gotta get into some football. All right. Sorry, y'all. My phone keeps vibrating for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, sorry about that. Let's see. Yeah, so we got some football to talk about, of course. I mentioned the Hall of Fame game. They should be in the third quarter, almost in the fourth quarter of that game. We had some good list of Hall of Famers this year, y'all. Just to list off a few names. Rondé Barber, who played his whole career for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He was a defensive back. Rondé Barber played in the NFL for a little over a decade. He played for 15, 16 seasons. He was a tremendous cornerback. Really, really great player. He'll be inducted into the Hall of Fame this weekend. The Hall of Fame enshrinement ceremony should be this Saturday, the 5th, August 5th. And then the rest of the preseason games, or week one of the preseason games, will start on August 10th of next week. August 10th. So you got August 10th, and then you got games on the 11th, 12th, and the 13th. The Saints will play their first preseason game against the Kansas City Chiefs. It's a home game. It will be at New Orleans. Like I said, guys, preseason games are really not much to look forward to. I mean, really, they just play like the second string and third string players. Mainly the preseason is for, sometimes the starters will get in and play as well, but they might just do like a drive or two just so they can kind of get used to the game flow or get back into the shape of things, which, that's what a lot of veteran players like to do. but mainly it's for like second string and third string players on the roster to show what they got and to see if they're worth keeping in the long run, because you can only have 53 players on an NFL roster once the season begins. So it'll just be mainly the preseason is just a test to see if you have what it takes. I really hope all the additions that that the Saints have signed will stay and make it to will make it all the way to the final roster. Like, I really hope Jimmy Graham will stay on the final roster, which I believe he will. I mean, we do have a lot of tight ends in the tight end room. We got Juwan Johnson, Foster Moreau, and Jimmy Graham now is back on the team, which is so awesome. I mean, he was great for the Saints and from 2011 to 2014. Unfortunately, we couldn't keep him because, well, he wanted like wide receiver money, and he's a tight end, so we just couldn't give him the money he wanted. So he's kind of been with different teams. He's played with Seattle, he's played with the Green Bay Packers, and the last team he played for was with Chicago. Yes. So I mean, he could get some playing action. Hey, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, most of the like I said, most of the preseason games will start next week. It's so awesome to have football back, and then college football is right around the corner. Everybody, the first college football game should be. Hold on, let me look that up for you real quick. Yeah. So let's see. The first week, so college football will open up on August 26th. One of the main highlight games will be Notre Dame versus Navy in Dublin. They'll be playing in Dublin, Ireland. And USC will be hosting San Jose State. So August 26th, which is the last Saturday of the month of August. So just about 3 weeks away from college football, y'all. It's one of the best times of the year. I cannot wait. I know all of our football fans are out there excited. Let's see what we're gonna excuse me. And then I do want to talk about some good news about Joe Burrow, guys. The injury he sustained in practice on July 27th is not as serious. He has a sleeve on his calf, his right calf, and according to Coach Zach Taylor, or head coach Zach Taylor, he says that Joe is fine. He's not limping at all. He's progressing pretty well. Practice is going smoothly. He hasn't reported any kind of pain or discomfort, so that's a good sign. He's not expected to miss the season opener, which will be that Sunday. Oh gosh, September. I want to say September 13th, which is a Sunday. I can't remember who they open against, but he is expected to make the opener, which is a good sign. A lot of people were very worried. I myself was worried because I love Joe, great football player, great guy. We love him down here in Louisiana, but he is expected to make the season opener. So good news there, y'all. Nothing to fear, nothing to worry about. And then Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook was reportedly visited the Jets yesterday. So that's 3 teams in the AFC East that he's gone visit, because the Dolphins and the Patriots are also interested in Dalvin Cook. Which Dalvin Cook is one of the top free agent running backs on the market right now. He last played for the Minnesota Vikings. That was the team that drafted him. Dalvin Cook came out of Florida State, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Yeah, Florida State. Running back at Florida State. Only 27 years old, so He's still prime and fresh and ready to go. So looking at the news, it doesn't seem like he's not on the same page with the Jets. So it looks like the Jets are up. Or, well, actually, look, maybe wrong. Oh, the Dallas Cowboys are in the mix? Interesting. Yeah, so the teams that are interested, right here it says that Dalvin Cook could, so the Jets, the Patriots, the Dolphins, or he could go to the Dallas Cowboys. Very interesting. Him and Tony Pollard together. I don't think that's a bad duo at all. But let me know what y'all think about that, y'all. Where Dalvin Cook could end up out of those four teams: the Dolphins, Patriots, Jets, or Cowboys. Me personally, guys, I think Dalvin Cook is either going to end up with the Patriots or the Dolphins. I do think that the Patriots. I mean, they do have Ramondre Stevenson, but I really do believe they need a good veteran presence at running back. And I think Dalvin Cook can definitely help them there. I mean, it'd be a great addition to their offense. I mean, they would have a good, solidified running game. The Patriots, they got a couple weapons on offense. They got Juju Smith-Schuster that they signed in the offseason. They signed another receiver as well. I'm trying to think of his name. It's not Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers left. But the Patriots have been making some moves, and they have a actual true offensive coordinator this year, not with like that disaster they had last season where they didn't have one at all. So hopefully Mac Jones can come back and do what he did his rookie year, which he led the Patriots to the playoffs. Let's see. Who started? All right. Still got a lot to go into. Yeah. Oh. Hold on. So sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second. There we go. Had to turn my volume up for the applause. Applause for you guys. And just, being able to do this wonderful podcast. I cannot wait for this channel is growing bigger by the day, and I'm truly blessed for that. This backdrop is sick, man. I love it. Shout out to Evan for giving it to me. I shouted her out last week, but I got to do it again, man. It's just so cool. I love it. Yeah, and then like I say, guys, and then the opener for the National Football League will be the Detroit Lions taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. I know a lot of people are saying, why the Detroit Lions? Well, the Detroit Lions are on the up and coming. Dan Campbell is doing wonderful things for that franchise, and their team is on the come up. They're doing some great things. I'm really excited to see how Jared Goff will progress in his second stint with the Lions. He actually had a really good year for the Lions this past season. He was third in the NFL in passing yards. Had almost 30. He had like 29, 30 touchdowns last year. So he wasn't no scrub. I mean, the Lions barely just missed the playoffs, but I do believe they have a strong shot at winning the NFC North this year. I think it's going to come down between either the Lions or the Minnesota Vikings. We shall see, depending on how well Kirk Cousins can get it together. But but really, like I said, y'all, really excited for the upcoming NFL and college football season. We're gonna have so many great shows during that time. I cannot wait. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are excited. For the next, excuse me, y'all. I forgot about let me go back to more Hall of Famers that are being inducted to the NFL Hall of Fame this Saturday. So I said Rondé Barber, Darrelle Revis, Revis Island, Another terrific cornerback that played in the National Football League. He played for the Jets, the Buccaneers, and the Patriots. He was super talented. I mean, he was nicknamed Revis Island for a reason. He had for 2-3 years he had the lowest completion percentage of any wide receiver he guarded. Like he did not give up a touchdown for like a good 2 years. Yeah, I mean, it was insane. And then and of course he retired. He did retire with the Jets. I said he was a tremendous player to watch. He was probably one of the best players for the Jets for a good while. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Zach Thomas was a middle linebacker for the Miami. He played for the Dolphins, the Chiefs, and his last year was with the Cowboys. He retired after the 2009 season. But Zach Thomas, 5'11", terrific. He played most of his career with the Dolphins. He had finished with over 1,700 tackles. He was a seven-time Pro Bowler, 5-time first-team All-Pro, 20 sacks. He had 20 and a half sacks in his career. I said over 1,700 tackles. He led the league twice in tackles, which was 2000 and 2002. The man was a beast. And I just learned about him like last week, and I had to look him up and see who he was. And then John Klecko, offensive lineman for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He'll be the first Jacksonville Jaguar player inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Well, he's either the first or the second. The Jaguars don't have too many. I mean, they are a new franchise, so they don't have much. But John Klecko, tremendous left tackle. He only missed like 2-3 games in his NFL career. The man was a beast. What a legend. He hardly ever missed a game. He was one of the best left tackles in football for a long time. So shout out to him. And let's see, what are couple other players? Let's see. Just some more names to get out there. Demarcus Ware played for the Cowboys and Broncos. He's going to be enshrined in the NFL Pro Football Hall of Fame. He was an edge rusher. Played most of his career with the Cowboys. His last 2 seasons was with Denver. He helped Peyton Manning win his second Super Bowl championship with the Denver Broncos. Demarcus Ware was a beast, man. Like he was a freak in nature. He was so hard to maintain, so hard to block. The man finished. We'll look at his sack total in a second. I'm going to give up a couple more names, and then Joe Thomas for the Cleveland Browns, another great left tackle. He played his whole career with the Cleveland Browns. He was well loved in the city, well loved in the community. He was a tremendous. Loved watching him while I was growing up, or just playing for the Cleveland Browns. Even though he played for a team that struggled for so many years, he went to work, he did his job, and he did what he had to do. I commend him. Joe Thomas didn't. I don't think Joe Thomas missed a single game in his career. I think he started every single game he played, and Joe Thomas had played 13, 14 years, so over 10 years in the league. He was a 10-time Pro Bowler. 10-time Pro Bowler. You know how hard that is to get in the Pro Bowl 10 times? That's insane. It doesn't say it right there. Cool. And I think if 5-6 years he allowed the least amount of sacks of any offensive lineman in the National Football League. The dude was an animal. I mean, he protected the left side of the quarterback no matter what. Nobody was getting past him. See, Rondé Barber. Oh, yeah, Don Coryell, one of the coaches. Chuck Halley, linebacker that played for the Bears and the Cowboys. Chuck Halley's an old player. Played from 58 to 59 for the Bears, and the rest of his career he played for the Cowboys. Joe Klecko. Oh, sorry. Joe Klecko was a defensive end and tackle. Sorry, y'all. Played for the Jets and Colts. There's somebody else that I'm thinking of. He was Ken Riley for the Bengals, 1969 to 1983. Yeah. So Ken Riley was in the top 10 for most top 10 in the interception category for cornerbacks. Joe Thomas, Zach Thomas, DeMarcus Ware. I'm trying to look at his name. I know I've seen him somewhere, y'all. Anyway, he was a left tackle. I don't know. I might have just been Joe Thomas. Or I might have been thinking of somebody from the previous year before that. So sorry about that. But yeah, so got some great players going to the Hall of Fame this year. All right, guys. So the next topic we're going to get into have some. Of course, we got to talk about some baseball. MLB season. The MLB season is going strong. Let's see. I'm going to take a little look-sees at the standings, and then I'll go over some. We'll go over some baseball games that are happening. Happened today, or now I'll talk about games that have happened from the night before and games that will be happening tomorrow. All right, let's see. Let me get here. Let's see. All right, guys. So just the games that happened today. The Phillies won over the Marlins. 4-2. The Rangers won over the White Sox 5-3. The Royals won over the Mets 9-2. The Orioles won over the Blue Jays 6-1. The Giants beat the Diamondbacks 1-0. The Yankees beat the Astros 4-3. Brewers won over the Pirates 14-1. The Twins won over the Cardinals 5-3. These are games that are happening right now or going on right now. The Cubs are over the Reds 8-3, bottom of the 8th inning. And in the bottom of the 4th, the Mariners and Angels are still tied at 0-0. And then the Athletics and the Dodgers are top of the 2nd, tied at 0-0. Let's see. And then games that happened. These are games that happened yesterday. So the first game yesterday was the Braves and the Angels. The Braves won 12-5. The Braves are the best team in the league right now. I think they have the most wins of any MLB team. I mean, they have a really great roster. Sean Murphy, Matt Olson, Austin Riley, Ronald Acuna, Garrett Strider, one of their best pitchers. He's killing it for the Braves right now. I mean, Braves are a real deal, man. They're going to be tough to face in the postseason. And then second game was the Tigers and the Pirates. The Tigers won 6-3. Want to give a little shout out to Miguel Cabrera. Miguel Cabrera he will be retiring after this season. He's been with the Detroit Tigers his whole career. He's plays first base. He's become a really well loved player in MLB. His teammates love him. Everybody that's played against him has loved him and appreciated him. He played the game with everything he had. He was just not just such a great player, but such a great guy as well. And really happy for him. And he gave the game everything he had. I think he's had a tremendous career. So shout out to you, Miggy. Thank you so much for giving us the great moments in Major League sports and Major League Baseball. And then the third game, guys, was the Nationals and the Brewers. The Nationals won 3-2. Guardians and Astros. The Astros won 3-2. And then the Padres and the Rockies. My Padres, San Diego Padres, won against the Rockies 11-1. It was a great outing. And then the Mariners and the Red Sox. Mariners won 6-3. Sorry, Slade. Marlins and the Phillies. The Marlins won 9-8. Close game. Sorry, Della. So sorry about that. Yankees and the Rays. The Yankees won 7-2. Blue Jays won over the Orioles 4-1. The Cardinals won over the Twins 7-3. The Cubs won 16-6 over the Reds. And what's crazy thing about the Cubs, y'all, I saw that they beaten the Reds by more than 10 runs in 2 games, which is like video game numbers. So they put up 16 runs the second game. The first game they put up damn near 20 almost. So back-to-back games of over 15 runs or more. And that hasn't happened since 2012 with the St. Louis Cardinals. That's insane. The Rangers won over the White Sox 11-1. The Royals won over the Mets 4-0. The Giants won over the Diamondbacks 4-2. And then the Dodgers won over the Athletics 10-1. So that was all the games from yesterday. Just to give you a quick games that are happening tomorrow. And I'm gonna tell you who I believe will win these games tomorrow. I'll give you my prediction. And if you guys want to leave a prediction in the comments down below of the games I read off that are happening tomorrow, who you think will win, write it down there. Let me know. So tomorrow the first game is the Braves and the Cubs. I'm gonna pick the Braves in that one just because the Braves are. I think the Braves are just on a tremendous roll right now. The Cubs could come in with the upset, but I'm going with the Braves. Nationals and the Reds. I'm going with the Reds. I like Ellie De La Cruz, Joey Votto. I'm going to take them over the Nationals. Rays and Tigers are at 540. I'm going with the Rays. I think they'll bounce back over against the Tigers. Royals and Phillies. I got the Phillies in this one. I think the Phillies will come back with the statement. Astros and Yankees. Ooh, this one's tough. I'm gonna go with the Astros for this one. I think the Astros will even up the series against the Yankees. Mets and Orioles. I'm gonna go with the Orioles. The Orioles are riding high at the moment. They're the second best team in baseball right now. Adley Rutschman, Cedric Mullins, Felix Bautista, one of the best closing pitchers in the MLB. I'm going with the Orioles. Blue Jays and Red Sox. Ooh, this is a good rivalry game here. You know what? Slade, just for you, dog, I'm going to go with the Red Sox for this one. I'm going to take the Red Sox over the Blue Jays. White Sox and Guardians. I'm going to take the White Sox. I like the White Sox in this one. Marlins and Rangers. I'm going to take the Rangers. Obviously, the Rangers are also another team that's riding high as well. Diamondbacks and Twins. I'm gonna go with the Minnesota Twins. I like Byron Buxton. I think they're gonna. It's gonna be a close game, but I think I'll have the Twins taking it. Let's see. Let me see here real quick. Oh, that's not the page. All right. So sorry, y'all. Okay, and then let's see. Then we got the Pirates and Brewers. I'm gonna go with the Brewers on this one. I think the Brewers have a better roster with Christian Yelich and all them. Rockies and Cardinals. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals just because the Rockies haven't been playing too well. So I believe the Cardinals will have that one. Then we got the 2 night games, the Mariners and the Angels. I'm gonna take the Angels. I love Shohei Ohtani. I love Mike Trout. I think, and the Angels are on a little bit of a run right now. I like the Angels in this one. And then the last game of the night will be the Dodgers and the Padres. Our rivals. We're going against them. I'm going to obviously take the Padres, of course. I want them to upset the Dodgers. I would love nothing more than them to just upset the Dodgers. I want it so bad. If we do good against this series against the Dodgers, we'll be over 500. Let me look at take a look at the standings where we're at right now. So we're still in 4th place, but we're just 1 game away from being 500. Right now, the Dodgers and Giants are tied at 61 wins apiece. I mean, we're 3 games behind the Diamondbacks, and then we're about 7 games back from the Giants. So it'll be very interesting to see. We still got a lot of baseball left, but I'm hoping my Padres can turn it around. And then, guys, we're going to talk about the MLB trade deadline was this Monday. Had a lot of trades happen. My Padres made a couple trades. Justin Verlander's going back to the Houston Astros. Good for him. I hope he does well there. Let's see and then what my Padres did. We made a couple moves. We made a deal with the Pirates. We got a first baseman, Ji-Man Choi. Sorry, he's a first baseman. We also got another relief pitcher from the Pirates. Then for the Kansas City Royals, we got Scott Barlow. Sorry. He's another relief pitcher we got from the Kansas City Royals. Max Scherzer went to the Texas Rangers. He originally from the New York Mets. So we'll see how that goes. Max Scherzer was one of the top pitchers this year. So hopefully he can do some good for the Texas Rangers. The Orioles made a couple moves as well. They got Flattery. They got Flattery from the White Sox. Let's see. Yeah, Drew Gilbert and Ryan Clifford. Let's see. Orioles got Jack Flaherty from the Cardinals. And they also got Cesar Perto. Yep. Oh, and the card. Yeah, okay. So I'll see what we got there. Blue Jays got Paul DeJong from the Cardinals. Phillies got Michael Lawrenson from the Tigers. It's a good little pickup. He's a relief pitcher. Scott Barlow and for Henry Williams. And the Marlins got Josh Bell from the Guardians. And then the Guardians will get John Segura and Khalil Watson. And then we got Rich Hill from the Rich Hill and Ji-Man Choi from the Pirates. They traded Padres traded Jackson Wolf and outfielder Estevar Suero and first baseman Alfonso Rivas. Sorry. And the D-backs got Tommy Pham. Shout out to Tommy, he used to play for the Padres. Yankees got Kenyon Middleton from the White Sox. And then Marlins also got Jake Burger from the White Sox. And the Brewers got Andre Chafin from the D-backs or Diamondbacks. We also got Garrett Cooper from the Marlins, another first baseman. And then the Braves got Brad Hand from the Rockies. That should be good. Brad Hand's not too bad. Yeah, and that's all the major trades that happened. Honestly, I thought my Padres made some good moves, and a lot of people were happy to see that Justin Verlander is going back to the Houston Astros. I know a lot of Astro fans are excited about that. Excuse me, y'all. All right. Oh, let me go back up to here. Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah. But like I said, guys, there's still a lot of baseball left. The trade deadline it just happened on Monday. Some good trades happened here and there. I definitely do believe that the right now my top 5 teams are the Braves, the Orioles, the Rangers, the Texas Rangers. Let's see, the Tampa Bay Rays, and then for my 5th team, fifth team, I'm going to go with. Man, this will probably be a little controversial take. I'll even though I don't like them, I'm gonna go with the Dodgers. I do believe the Dodgers are one of the best teams in MLB right now. And I say that just because they have a really great talent across the board. Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, Max Muncy, Will Smith. Just so many good players. The Cubs could sneak in, though. The Cubs could sneak in. If they keep playing like they do, they could definitely sneak into the top 10 at least. All right, guys. So next topic I'm going to move on to, I'm going to talk a little bit about boxing. One of my good friends, also one of my bosses, Jermaine. Jermaine, shout out to you, man. He told me about the boxing matchups this Saturday. One in particular, Jake Paul will be boxing against Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz, guys, if you don't know who he is, Nate Diaz was a UFC fighter for a good while. He's retired now. The Diaz brothers were known for making noise around the UFC world. They knew how to piss people off, and they knew how to sell fights. Nate Diaz fought Conor McGregor a couple times. But now he's going to be boxing Jake Paul. Who Jake Paul used to be a YouTube creator. Still is a YouTube creator. I think he does his own podcast or talk shows now. Does it when he can, and then he's gone into the boxing world now, and he says that boxing has kind of turned his life around for the better. Jake Paul got in some trouble back in the day on YouTube, but now he's kind of been doing some boxing fights. Jake Paul has already fought Floyd Mayweather, Tyron Woodley, a couple other guys. He's not bad. Jake does put in the work. He definitely wants to be a great boxer. So it's going to be like a 10-round fight. We're curious. I'm not really sure who's going to win, honestly. But if I had to pick someone, I'd probably have to pick Jake, just because Jake's riding high on a couple of victories. And so he's got the momentum, I would say. But no, let me know what y'all think about that, y'all. I haven't been watching too much of boxing this year. I do enjoy it, though. My all-time favorite boxer would probably have to be, obviously, Muhammad Ali. I wasn't alive to watch him actually box, but, man, the man was a goon. He was a really great boxer. Considered one of the greatest boxers of all time. I know people want to say Floyd Mayweather, but man, to me, Floyd Mayweather, man, is he's just not an authentic boxer in my opinion. Like to me, what boxing is, you're technical. You're trying to figure your opponent out. Like you're going for the hits, you're going for the knockouts. No, Floyd was one of those fighters. Like he was more of a defensive fighter. He was going to wait for you to tire yourself out, and then he would just get like the good. He would just get like the good little jabs in or the good little head punches in. I mean, that's pretty much all it was. Like he wasn't really trying to go for knockouts or like do interesting stuff in the fight. He just wanted to do whatever it takes to make sure he won. But I mean, yeah, he's all right, man. But hey, it's all good. And of course, we had other good fighters like Manny Pacquiao and a couple other good guys. I enjoyed watching Manny Pacquiao. He was a good boxer. Let's see who else. Let's see. Were there any other matchups this week? I believe that was the only. Let's see. Was there anything else? So that fight will be in Dallas with Jake Paul and Nate Diaz. That'll be August 5th. Let's see. So there are two fights that will be happening on August 4th. Jordan White versus Edberson Garcia, and then Elijah Pierce versus Mike Plania. And then there's one fight on August 5th, which is Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz. That'll be in Dallas. The two fights on Friday, one will be in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and another fight will be in the OTA Arena in Atlanta. So one in Atlanta and another one in Pennsylvania. Whew. I haven't, like I said, guys, I don't really watch boxing that much. I'm gonna try to get into it a little bit more. But if you have any boxing topics or any boxing fighters that you really like or enjoy, leave a comment down below, and I will definitely get back into it and look more into it for sure. Oh, all right. Sorry, guys, lost my shoes. All right, guys. And the last topic I'm going to move on for tonight, guys. Going to talk about women's soccer a little bit. More teams have been eliminated today. So now all the teams have moved on to the next stage. So Morocco. So let's see here. I'm not going to go over all of them, but I'll go over the most recent ones. So Vietnam is eliminated. They lost to the Netherlands 7-0. Portugal and the United States tied 0-0. England won over China 6-1. Denmark won over Haiti 2-0. This was August 1st, all the August 1st games. These are the games yesterday. Sweden won over Argentina 2-0. South Africa won over Italy 3-2. France won over Panama 6-3, and then Jamaica and Brazil are tied at 0-0. Two games that happened today: Morocco won over Colombia 1-0, and South Korea and Germany tied at 1-1. So they're in the round 16. So these are the 16 best teams. And then the quarterfinals will be determined. So basically, the countries that finish with the best or finish with the highest points will be moving on. Only because 4 teams will move on to the quarterfinal. Oh, I'm sorry, not 4 teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So 8 teams will move on to the quarterfinal, and the semifinal will have 14. We'll have 4 teams. So let's see. So we'll have 3 games. We'll have 3 games on Saturday, 1 game on Sunday, and then we have 2 games on Monday, and then 2 games on Tuesday, August 8th. So the United States will go up against Sweden. That'll be the only Sunday game on August 6th. I'm going to be honest, guys. Sweden is going to be tough. Sweden is going to be very tough. The United States has kind of has struggled a little bit in their matchups. Hopefully they can get it together. But I mean, they got some great international teams that are coming up. Japan, Switzerland will go up against Spain. Japan will go up against Norway. Netherlands will go up against South Africa. England will play Nigeria. Australia versus Denmark. Colombia versus Jamaica. And then France versus Morocco. I gotta say, England's national team is playing really well. The women's Netherlands are riding high as well. I expect them to win over South Africa. Switzerland, Spain. I haven't watched them at all, or not too much, so I can't really say. Australia has been the talk of the town lately. But I mean, hey, we'll see what happens. I haven't been watching the Women's World Cup very closely, guys. I mean, I'm just looking at highlights and stuff. Women's soccer doesn't really entertain me as much. Well, just soccer in general. I'll watch men's soccer like once in a while, but soccer to me is just kind of boring to watch on television. I know it's much better to watch it live and in person, but like I said, I mean, soccer I don't watch very much, but hey, I keep up with every sports around here because that's what I promised to do. I want to keep up with every sports as much as I can. I know I'm kind of slacking in boxing and a couple other sports and hockey, but I will get my act together. I promise. Yeah, guys, but leave a comment down below who you think will win the whole Women's World Cup, or who you believe will be the winner. Right now, if I had to take a guess, I would want to say that the Netherlands have the best shot of doing it. Either Netherlands or Japan. I believe it'll be Netherlands and Japan in the final. They're both very good. I mean, the Netherlands and Japan those are the top two scoring teams in the Women's World Cup so far. So, I mean, hey, I ain't no betting man, but I would bet on one of those two teams. All right. Well, guys, that's all the topics I'm going to go through today. I hope everybody. Excuse me. I need to stop saying that. I hope everybody enjoyed the show tonight. Before I get off, though, was there anything that anybody wanted to say or to talk about before I head off, or any questions or concerns about anything at all? I hope. I know. So I know I got the hat on tonight. I'm wearing it backwards. You know, I just wanted to kind of go through the look, and I got the Derek Carr jersey on tonight because, hey, football is back. Like I said, I'm super excited. I know all the great football fans out there are excited as well. I'm gonna check out a couple of things real quick. Let's see. Lordy. Awesome. All right. Okay, guys. Well, hey, y'all. Like I said, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning into the Big Boot Sports podcast tonight. It means the world to me. I hope you guys will be able to tune into Tuesday and Thursday shows next week. I'll try to bring more sports topics, more news, all that good stuff. I appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. I hope y'all have a wonderful night, y'all. Thank you so much. Peace. Oh.